people, it's another day, another edition of the program Woman to Woman. I'm adorable Adesuwa Usa Uwagie. Something has been trending. It's not as if it's news, so to speak, because it is something that has always happened and will still happen if care is not taken either by the woman or the man. We're going to look at the issue of paternity on the show this afternoon. Paternity. A lot of men, there's so many skits on the internet, so many skits on WhatsApp, you name it. You see men sweating, profusely so much, and then you see the caption is waiting for a DNA test to check if his son is his or not. How did we get here? This DNA thing, where men now are beginning to doubt if their children are truly theirs or not. Whose fault? The woman or the man? And they say the woman's fault, because of course it is the woman who is going to get pregnant for 9 months. Like people will say, from where I'm from, it is only a woman that knows the father of her child. So we're going to talk about paternity today. Whose fault is it? Is it the woman? Is it the man? Or both of them should share the fault? Should they? That's a question we're going to answer today, and many more on the program Woman to Woman. Let me introduce my panelists to you today. Okay, my usual panelists, you know them. Didi the poet, and of course an activist. Didi the poet. Thanks, it's nice to have you. And you're looking very pretty. You remind me of Rastafarian, one of those persons. You look good, like somebody from Jamaica or all of that, but you're very Nigerian. She's Didi Ekpeyong, proudly Nigerian, and seated beside her is a delectable princess, Bola Akalame, an activist, a politician, a businesswoman, and of course a lover of women and children. It's nice to have you ladies again on the program Woman to Woman. There's a snag in the society, and that is the issue of paternity. And there is no way you can doubt the paternity of a child without questioning the sexual behavior of the woman. How did we get here? Bola, I'm throwing that to you. How did we get to this point where men are beginning to doubt the paternity of their children?
First of all, paternity test is a blood DNA blood test, confirming the biological pre-proposed father and child, or children, as the case may be. Most often now, what is in vogue right now is when the father, they are all doubting the blood relation of their child, the paternity of their child. So you see a lot of father right now taking their children to hospitals and all of that. First of all, I think the first question here is about the woman. Woman, you are the one that knows who.
I want to sit down properly because I want to hear this one.
Children. So the women, there is something wrong. Like the issue of Mayo, the FFCM,
the SMB stuff,
and all of that. If you look at it this way, the woman, even as we speak right now, is still denying it. Still saying the real father, the other one, the husband,
that's the late man now.
Yeah, the late man is still the real father. But they are still doing their investigation to know who the real father is. The issue here is cheating comes in.
Cheating?
Yes, cheating comes in, because when you see a woman going outside your matrimonial home, dating another man outside or sleeping with another man outside, this issue will always come up. Because sometimes you discover that some child will get sick and they will take the child to the hospital and at the end of the day the doctor will demand for blood, and you discover that the blood, it didn't match with that of the father.
They don't set.
So before you knew it, they will not be looking at their faces. What is happening? But first of all, let's save this child first and let's look for blood for him. After that,
we'll talk about
it. And before you knew it, the home gets hot and the divorce starts coming up. And the issue, it affects the children also. Because most times when things like this come up, when the children grows up, the history will always be there. Someone out there will want to have a quarrel or fight with that child or with those children just to mention or to tell them the history of their parents. And by so doing, it's very disgusting. It's not good to hear, and it's diminished. It's not good to the society at all. So we are talking now that we should put a stop to that. Women going out of their matrimonial home, taking another man. Let me. Why will you go out?
How irritated you are, right? Talking about this.
Why will you go out there, leaving your? What is the reason? Leaving your husband and going out, taking in. At the end of the day, having the sometimes not first, not second, all the children are
for somebody else.
Somebody else is very disgusting. It's not encouraging and it's very bad.
It's a dent on the image of the woman.
Both the woman, the family, even the children. Because when you are doing those things, you are hurting the children.
They will carry that stigma for life.
For life. So whenever you are doing things like this, please, first of all, you take the interest of the children. Because you are damaging their image. Because someone will tell them in the future that look at what your mom did, and that is very bad. And that child or those children will hate you for life for that. Because there is no reason that will make you to go out there and sleep with another.
Okay, let me pause you there. Didi, Bola just said that there's no reason whatsoever why a woman should go outside her matrimonial home to engage in sexual activities with another man or other men, and to add insult on the salt on the injury, as they say. You get pregnant on top of all of this mess, and then you bring forth the child, and then you force the child down the throat of your innocent husband, so to speak. Didi?
Well, it's more like in Africa now, particularly in Nigeria. Statistics is beginning to show that Nigerian women are very reckless when it comes to sexual behavior.
Nigerian women
are very reckless. In fact, there's something I read on Pulse Nigeria, that a report I read that
some Nigerian women, not all Nigerian women.
Most it's getting to, because the report quoted, it said let me quote it. It said 30%. So we are talking about 3 in 10
women.
Nigerian women. That's high.
That's huge.
So we are saying most Nigerian women are very reckless when it comes to sexual behavior, and it's so demoralizing because the effect it's long lasting. It's not like something that can easily be resolved. And you are seeing this happening. There's the CEO and co-founder of Stack Diagnostics. He gave this report about Ene Obong or something like that. That's his name. And was like, people, they don't know what they see every time. People are coming to check, is this child really mine? It's coming up. It's getting more frequent in our conversations. You go online, people are talking about it. What went wrong? How come all of a sudden? They are realizing that lack of data, statistics information in Nigeria made them, then accessibility to DNA test and whatever, because of the high cost, made them to be hidden, because most men will not want to go and spend such amount of money. Talking about maybe like 90,000 just to find out if this particular child, we have 5 children, you know how much just to find out if this child, so except something really comes up, like she mentioned it, a child got sick and is rushed to the hospital and blood is needed, and you see it's not matching, and they're like, why? So these things are coming up in Nigeria, and it's what I read is that Nigeria is actually second highest in the world
when it comes to sexual recklessness.
And it's so bad,
So why do married women cheat? That's a question we need to answer now. Why do married women cheat? What are the reasons why you think married women cheat? As disgusting as it sounds, but married women, they cheat. So why do you think? What are the reasons?
They used to say that polygamy is African men are polygamous in nature, but I think it's our culture that tends to make women to behave that way. Let's take, for example, the kind of culture that believes that once you're married, you must start having children. Once you don't have children for your husband, you're automatically a barren woman. And a woman has been sleeping with the husband for years, and there's nothing. And the pressure is coming from family, from our workplace, from everywhere in the society. And she's like, maybe there's something wrong, or, she gets pushed. And she tries another man and she gets pregnant. First child, does it again, second child, and like, I'm not barren after all. These are my children.
But did the man ask for such?
But then, why did they not go to the hospital? Man and wife. Yes, they go to the hospitals and they're like, you are fine, there's nothing wrong. And the African men, it's very hard to get an African man to go to a hospital to check whether he's fertile or whether he has fertility issues. These are not things that an African man will readily want to accept, or just get up with a woman to go and find out if he is fertile. Are you implying that he is not fertile? So these are issues, and I think it's high time Nigerian men will just wake up and realize that health issues come up, morphological issues, different. You can't just sit in your home 1 year, 2, 3, no issue, and you refuse to go to the hospital.
No, he will tell you that when he was young, he got 20 people pregnant, 40 ladies got pregnant, and he doesn't know why.
There's another setup I read that most African men their semen is going down.
Are we putting the blame on the men now?
I'm not blaming. Look, there's a problem in the society, and we are looking for solutions.
Okay.
So we are not trying to blame either the woman or, we are just saying if there is an attitude change that is necessary to adopt,
strong attitudinal
please adopt it, so that we sort out these issues and stop bringing this kind of mess to our society. That's it.
And so what do you think, brother?
Yes, another thing is financial aspect of it. Some women are not contented with what they have, so they go out there to look for money, and by so doing sleeping with another men out there.
What are they doing with that money? What do they want to do with that kind of money?
I don't know.
You have a husband, the husband makes provisions for you. That is why every woman should own her own money. Work, for goodness sake.
That is why we are job. That's why we are advocating for that. They should do something, so that, because when you have something doing and you have your own money, I don't think one person or one man will come and say, oh, take this and you will do this and all of that. You say bullshit, because you don't want that kind of, that is not what you should have. A dignity, you should have a self esteem, you should have
self-worth,
so that somebody will not just come and push you around and all of that.
But do you know that aside this, there are some men whose specialty is to go after another man's wife. They they want to go after another man's wife. I don't know whether to conquer that man through his wife or something.
They went extra mile to make sure that to get him, and that is very bad.
Perhaps that married woman also put herself in a position where that can happen. If she doesn't want that to happen, then she shouldn't put herself in a compromising position. Some married women actually do that. They put themselves in a compromising position. You're okay. We were on radio one day when a woman called in to say that she does not want to do this, but she finds herself longing after another man. The man works in the same place with her. She's asking for help. You will know that that woman does not want to. She needs help. But if she doesn't get that help, she may just fall into that temptation. Every woman at a point in time has faced one temptation or the other.
The ability to overcome it.
But the ability to overcome it is the problem. So tell us, how do you think, because temptation will abound.
Yes.
Just imagine a woman whose husband is stingy, self-centered. You know what we call akagom? There are some men who are akagom, and because the woman is desperate for money, particularly a woman who does not have anything she's doing, she wants money, she wants to meet her. For goodness sake, aren't you looking beautiful? Your hair is fine. The woman wants to wear bone straight hair, and she cannot afford it. And there is one, you don't know women. We are women, but we don't know women. Okay, we don't know ourselves that much. She wants to wear bone straight hair. She wants to wear this kind of frame you're wearing, but she cannot afford it. And this her long throat will not allow her be. And then she says, okay, there's an easy way out. Don't women park cars in front of their children's school, and that woman will be nowhere around that vicinity. She's somewhere else with somebody else's husband. I want to see women fight before on the street if their husband alone and stuff like that. So why would a woman do that? What do you think can be done for this woman to calm down now, you know? What are those things that a woman should do?
First of all, especially the issue of this paternity test, I want to appeal to federal government. They should have this a compulsory DNA test. Okay. After giving birth. It's a compulsory birth. It should be compulsory. Yes, at least this will check promiscuity. Even when you give birth, private hospital is a must. At that first stage of 1 week to go to any government hospital to get a test done, which is going to be free. It should be free, so that that will create a little fear in the mind of some women. Because when they knew that, after giving this birth, and my husband will discover that this child is not his, so I think I need to stop this. You understand? I think that one will reduce. Whatever happened to the vows the woman made, for better for worse, we know that we live in a society where the male dominates, a patriarchal society, so to speak. And you know, when the man goes out of his home, the society don't frown as such on it. Yes, okay, but when a woman does it, it becomes a crime. When you know that, like, am I permitted to speak my language now? Like my other brother will say that, as in, men are not usually useless when it comes to sexual activity. So when we know that this is how our society view things, and then the vow, why do women still engage in all of this? Because the activities of some women are rubbing on all women. Yes, that is the problem. That is what we are now. Most women don't marry because they love the man. They marry for different things. I want to be married. Why some marry because they want to travel out of the country. I've seen someone that want to travel out of the country and you need a paper for court wedding or very bad. So you want to get married at all costs. So that kind of person, you don't expect much from that person. When you travel out of the country, will do whatever. Forget about the marriage. Yes, yes, this kind of thing. So a lot of women married for different reasons. So it's not about love or because when you cheat, you are breaking your vows, your promises you made for each other. So which is supposed not to be. So I believe that when you love your husband, and husband, we are still appealing for husband to take your wife seriously. To care for your wife. We shouldn't just be putting all the blames on the women. The husband, they should love their wife. They should appreciate their wife, the little way they are doing. You know, when you appreciate your wife and you care for her, the woman will always look back. No, I can't do this to my husband. This is a man that has been caring. Even her mind will be judging her for doing that if he that's a woman with conscience now. Yes, I saw a lot of women don't get conscience again. Because of how they are being treated. They don't get conscience again. I believe so. But if women are coming forth with that passion, that love, they are showing it,
Nothing will make a woman who is being loved that way to just easily go.
But the number will reduce.
We have seen instances where a man will love Tori Toru, like the Yoruba people will say. The man will love the woman with everything that is God. He does not hide anything from the woman. In fact, the man's ATM card is with the woman. All the man gets is tonton alerts. You know, a man goes, no, there are men who do that for their women. And for such a woman to backstab that man is, and you know that sometimes such women, they backstab their husband in such a very how do I say, it's embarrassing manner. These are women who will sleep with their gatesmen. These are women who will sleep with their driver. These are women who will sleep with their cook. These are women who will just pick a boy on the street and sleep with. Give us some respect.
They need therapy. Look, this thing is more like something they can't control. Like I said, addiction. What's making a man know? You know that smoking cigarettes is not good for you. Why do you keep going? You know that smokers are liable to die young. Do you want to die young? No. But you keep going. Packs upon packs, you keep buying. It's the same thing with going out to sleep with a man. A woman is going out to sleep with a man that is not her husband. Once the keeps doing it.
You know, who's the thing that is because of
another addiction.
It's because of, you know, some people will say because the woman was not circumcised. You know, these days we advocate strongly against circumcision. But I don't see
being circumcised
what is got to do with it, because even in those days, in the days of our mothers and grandmothers, we see women who gave birth to 4 children for 4 men. So how do you call that? Then today it is happening. No, those ones they give birth to 4 children for 4 men. At least the men know their children. But this one
they can't even tell. Some women can't even tell.
But these days you just give birth to 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 kids, and none will be for your husband. I don't get it.
Another aspect, recklessness in the hospitals. Somebody will give birth, they'll mix up the babies. Do you know it happens?
Okay.
Someone's carelessness. This baby is supposed to be paid with this name, or then they just mix things up
and they switch babies,
and the woman is in trouble, because at the end of the day she knows she didn't go out of her marriage. But
how did it happen?
How did it happen? You know, some people go traditional, come and swear.
But that's not so common. That's not so common. Like what Bola said, I think DNA test should be made compulsory and let it be available. If it is available and affordable, I'm sure women will know that
to start ringing
that game is
whatever the game is up.
The game is over. And another thing, when you get too close to a man, something will happen. You say, okay, the man is my friend. And you tell him stories about your family. You tell him everything. Before you know what is happening, you are having sympathy on that man. And before you know what is happening, we drop it there. You are just having sympathy on the man, and something is going to happen. Don't put yourself in a compromising position. If you're lusting after somebody, if husbands should be understanding. So if your wife brings a problem like this, I don't know why I'm liking this person, liking that person. The husband should be able to help the wife, because it is not only men who fall into temptation. They actually fall and swim and dive into that temptation, and everything is okay. But it's not so for the women. I think if a husband loves the wife well enough, he should be able to talk with the wife and everything will be fine. And for women too, if you know that adultery is your game, then opt out of the marriage. Opt out of the marriage before you bring shame to your family and to everybody that is related to you. Because some will say, I don't care, whether you care or not. Remember, you have daughters, you have sons. That stigma,
it doesn't stop with you.
Yes, that stigma is going to follow them. So when you're doing all of this, think about your family, and I guess all will be well. That's the conclusion, ladies. Okay, so thank you for making our day again on the program Woman to Woman. So woman, be careful and you will be fine. Bye-bye.
Bye.